What's up, Wikimaniacs? Congratulations on finishing your first work week of 2025. The rest of the year starts now.
Get therapy.
I'm not ready.
Get therapy.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? It's your boy Josh here for another Am I the Asshole Friday. Joined, of course, with my two co-hosts, John and Sean. How's it going, boys?
Hello.
Sean is a little under the weather.
Wetter.
He's wetter.
Oh,
no,
Keep talking like that, and I will beat you.
No, we'll get
for
censored.
$25 a month, you may unlock a certain hidden feature.
No, he's a little under the weather today, so we'll see how reactive he is to these stories, but we're going to power through.
John and I said we've come to an agreement that he will, if I make a face, he will make the noise for it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can only truly enjoy the podcast if you watch it.
This is trying to get people to watch on YouTube again.
We need more subscribers. What are you doing, people?
The ad dollars are not great this month.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
But boys, are you ready to hop into the first story of the day?
Let's do it.
Oh, wait, before we do that, John, I have to say we had consensus from your quirk.
What's my quirk?
So we had many people in the comments say, yeah, we listen to, podcasts, audiobooks 2 times speed.
Mm-hmm.
Show some people, fewer people were said shows and movies they'll watch a little bit faster.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely no one agreed with you on the music thing. Listening to music at any times faster than it is normal is weird for everyone, apparently.
Well, do me a favor. Suck my ass.
Hey, we've always said John is unique. One of one, baby.
He is.
We're lucky to have him.
Yeah.
I'm PSA 10 graded, bitches. All right? Fuck out of here.
I just wanted to let you know how unique you are today.
I still think I am with the Wiggerman. Music is especially where I drew the line.
Yeah.
Again, suck my ass.
I personally drew the line at TV shows and movies, but I could understand it. Music was crazy to me too. So
I'm a busy man. I got shit to do, people.
It's funny because it's not that. It's just that you can't pay attention.
Yeah.
You like to say it's because I got a lot going on, brother.
I just want to get to the chorus.
We all know.
I just don't have the mental capacity to
Yeah,
fucking listen
you're
to
just
anything.
not interested in sitting.
I'm working late because I'm a singer.
Why did she sound like Busta Rhymes?
Everyone's a rapper that John listens to. Oh, fuck. All right, let's hop into the first story here. Posted by new lower score general 3939. And the title is, Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend that her friend is too ugly for my friend?
Damn.
Yeah, I think so.
Beauty
you
is
suck ass.
subjective, right? I feel like everyone is interested in however they want to be interested in.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also bold of you to speak for your friend to be like, nah,
Yeah, who is you, bitch?
maybe your friend likes that. You never know.
You never know.
All right. So I've 29 male, been with my girlfriend, 28 female for the past 8 months, and it's been amazing. I've met her friends and I really like them all. And she's met my friends and they got along great. We are all hanging out together for the first time this weekend. The issue is that my girlfriend told one of her friends, let's call her Sue, that she thinks she would be perfect for one of my friends. Let's call him Mike. She has told her this multiple times, shown her pictures of him, and gotten her all excited. My problem with this is that I don't think they are a good match at all. Mike is a very good-looking guy, in shape, is 6'2", and is a lawyer. He has always dated very conventionally attractive women. Sue is great, and I really like her, but she's just not very conventionally attractive. She's overweight and just doesn't put much effort into her appearance in general. What a douchebag.
Oh, I think you want to fuck Mike.
Yeah.
That's okay to admit. I think
Mike
that's
does
okay to
sound
say.
hot, not gonna lie.
Mike sounds hot. He has half of my dream job already.
My girlfriend has mentioned this potential match to me a few times, and I've always just kind of brushed it off with a we'll see or you never know, hoping it would just fizzle out. But after we made plans to all hang out, and after I found out she'd been telling Sue about it, I felt like I had to say something to her. I didn't want Sue to get her feelings hurt, and I didn't want to put Mike in an awkward situation. I told my girlfriend I think she should not try to set them up together and to just leave it alone. And if something happens between them, great, but not to push it. When she asked why, I said I just don't think they are a comparable match looks-wise, and that I think Sue would get her feelings hurt. I said I don't think they're a great match personality-wise either, since he's super active and she's much more of a homebody. This caused a big fight, our first real fight, where she accused me of thinking my friends were better than her friends, asking who else I thought was ugly, etc. I was genuinely just trying to avoid an awkward situation, but I might have made it worse. Should I have kept my mouth shut and just let it happen?
Yes.
Okay, go off.
First of all, douchebag, asshole. And here's the thing. I'm not a fan of setting people up in a friend group anyways. That's not my thing. Let people figure out who they want to date or who they're attracted to. If they're hanging out in like a group setting, if something does happen, if there's a spark happen, maybe let it happen naturally. But the fact that you're saying like you're making the decision for your friend, saying like, oh, this person's not attractive. What if Mike is into that?
Yeah.
We never know. Let Mike make the decision for him, saying like, hey, I'm not really feeling Sue, not my type. And I think that's perfectly okay if Mike says she's not my cup of tea. And I think that's very respectful. But for you to decide that for your friend and say all that shit, like what Sean's saying, it sounds like you're attractive to Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's weird that the whole thing is like, oh, well, I don't want them to get together because I don't want Sue to get hurt. And you're telling this to one of Sue's best friends who will, I'm sure in one form or another, say something about it to Sue.
Yeah.
And then Sue's feelings will be hurt. So I feel like that's not your true intention. I don't know. I think you suck. I think it's weird that just as much as like what John said, I'm not like, good God, I'm not big on hyping up, like trying to match people up in the friend group. If it happens type shit. So like, as much as you think it's weird that they're trying to hook Sue and Mike up together, it's just as weird that you're so against it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the energy that you've been like, oh no, we'll see. But like in your head being like kind of mad about it until like it's getting close up. I don't know. It's just weird. Just let it happen. If it doesn't work out, then you're just like, oh, well, in your mind, that's a dub, I guess. So I don't know. There's no need to fucking put down Sue, who, will probably be in your life for a long time. So,
Well, maybe not.
well,
This relationship might not last long.
are they engaged? Well, it's probably
No, it's been 8 months.
Yeah.
Oh, 8 months of dating. Oh yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're trying to be in a serious relationship with somebody, I mean, of course, if you just want to be a normal person, don't talk shit about somebody's looks or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're trying to, if you see a long-term thing, it's probably not a good idea to shit on their best friends. I would think. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And also, like, you guys have said most of it. I agree. Force setting people up is kind of weird without even seeing, like, gauging where Mike's at with this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If they meet first and then you see that there's something there, then at that point, I'm like,
There might
then
be a
then
little
it's
bit of
okay
Yeah.
to be.
Yes.
Then that's when I would usually talk to my friend and be like, was I tripping or
Yeah. Do you need
something like that?
do you need a
Then I don't
wingman?
care too much about like matchmaking when they've already met and you can already kind of tell.
I agree.
But like off the rip, not haven't met each other at all, I think it's weird.
Yeah, so I think the girlfriend sucks a little bit for that. But yeah, his response to that and calling Sue ugly is fucked up. Like, Sue didn't do anything wrong. She's
Yeah,
she's
she's
just
chilling.
chilling. She's getting a recommendation from a friend to be like, hey, I think you might be interested in this guy.
And
you're
she
just
also might not be into Mike.
yeah, exactly.
There you go.
It's like a lawyer that likes to go out and work out. I'm trying to chill.
yeah.
So Sue could be like, just being nice and being like, oh yeah, that would be cute, I guess. I don't really care.
yeah. So I think both of them are in the wrong, but I think he is most in the wrong, just
Oh, for
like
sure.
belittling her friend for no reason. And crazy. Reddit
I don't
agreed.
think the girlfriend's in the wrong really at all. She's just being excited.
I think it's a little weird to hype, like, not even her talking to Mike to see if he's even interested, or like
That's
John
kind of
said.
what I went
Yeah.
with Josh. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think she sucks a little bit because she could be getting her friend's hope up for nothing. and then it
Yeah,
just like
that's true.
fizzles. And I mean, yeah, it is the lesser of the two bad
The
things.
much lesser, I think.
Yeah.
It sounds like Mike has zero say in any of this, and he's just being like, "Here you go,
Yeah.
just throw a bunch of
Mike's
shit
just
your way."
hot
without-
and active. He's not. Mike and Sue are just chilling right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are-
Those two are creating problems for them and each other.
They are innocent and just getting fed to the wolves by both their friends.
Mhm.
Reddit said everyone sucks. Caffeinated lower score girl says, honestly, you and your girlfriend need to stop making decisions for other people.
Yeah.
Saying I'm brutally honest is just a way to be cruel without any accountability. You could have handled this better by telling your very adult friend who is capable of making his own decisions about the situation and having a conversation with your girlfriend without berating her friend. And your girlfriend should not have raised hopes of her friend without confirming it with your friend or you first. Also, just to remind you, your girlfriend's friend is also an adult who can take care of her own feelings. Just grow up, all of you.
Agreed.
And I think that is the moral of that story. Stop acting like high school children.
Yeah.
All right. Next one here, posted by resident midscore switch midscore 8062. And the title is, Am I the asshole for asking my wife to not travel internationally with THC gummies?
I would say that's a good idea. That's
That
I
is a
think.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all ever, well, if the Wikimaniacs haven't heard what happened to Brittany Griner. She got stuck in Russia for like so long because she had a vape pen that had THC, and
Yeah.
they had to make a deal to let her go home. And she was in Russian prison for a long time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
very long time.
Yeah, I would say, you just don't know the laws of it, like, especially if you have a layover in another place or, I guess if you're traveling to like US to Canada, weed's legal there. It's not a big deal. That's fine. But if you're going to Asia, I feel like they're very strict in Asia.
Yeah.
I don't know so much in Europe what they're like. Never been there.
And if you're going to Canada to US, depends on the state.
It depends on the state.
Yeah.
Can't come here. Can't come here.
Yeah.
I can't, when I'm going to travel internationally, I can't bring my medications because it's a banned substance there. So I'm going to be asked out for like 2 weeks.
That's wild.
So I don't think anybody is the asshole if you're like, you're trying to explain things to get them not arrested
jail.
and put into an international jail.
So not the asshole for keeping your wife out of jail.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Even if, I don't know, maybe if you like end up saying it like very condescendingly, I'm still going to be like, you know what? The lesson is still there.
I could see it being where he's being like really annoying
douchebag about it,
and
yeah.
being a douche.
Yeah.
But I hate to say it, keeping you out of jail.
Yeah.
So I guess you'd still be an asshole, but not for that reason.
All right. Well, let's hop into the story. It's a shorter one with a few smaller updates. So my wife is traveling outside of the US to Dubai and then India.
Okay. That's a goal for mine to go to Dubai someday. Oh my God. Place is beautiful.
I don't know if you guys know about Dubai drug laws, but they are very strict.
I bet. I bet.
She wants to take 6 packs of THC gummies that her friends have asked for. I drew a hard line that I cannot have her take this risk. Now she and her friends are calling me a party pooper and pressuring me to change my mind. I worked really hard to get into the US and I've just got my first job here. I cannot have her risk it all. So am I being extra paranoid? And am I the asshole for such a hard line impediment to their recreation?
Absolutely not.
I'd like to read this. Even the possession of small amounts of drugs for personal use can result in an imprisonment of up to 4 years, followed by deportation for non-citizens.
Yep.
I would say just by that, you're
Yeah,
fine. I
yeah,
think.
I'll buy that.
And is that just possession of drugs or is that smuggling drugs?
Oh,
'Cause I
that's
feel
just
those are-
possession.
Those are
So
wild.
I can imagine the smuggling.
And if it's
in.
like, it's probably way more the legal limit that you can have. That you could probably say that's, like not manufacturing, but like the more drug charge.
Yes.
basically.
Yeah.
So I would say just if you want to travel internationally and do that type of shit, go to somewhere where it's fine to do
Yeah.
that.
And not only that, I think the partner is also a douchebag in this scenario. It's like, okay, your partner has just told you like, hey, I just got here and I just got my job. Like, please don't risk me getting deported too.
Yeah.
They might have like, it sounds like they have like a, H1 visa or kind of whatever different visa that they have over there. So,
We got an expert on
Controversial.
H1 visas. over
like
here,
the
dude.
90-day
The 90-day
fiance, you know what
fiance
I'm
expert
saying?
over
Like,
here,
maybe-
baby.
maybe, they have like that spousal visa or you got that, I don't really know
yeah.
what's called, but yeah, you're risking someone's livelihood for like a little bit of a high. dude, fucking go out. There's a lot of nice clubs, nice bars in freaking Dubai and all these different places. Find you a plug over there, baby girl. So I don't fucking know what to tell you.
Yeah, and like I said, there are a couple small updates here. Update 1, I literally begged her not to do this, and now she says she can either go through a different country instead and take 2 packs, or I pay her friends for the amount of gummies and discard them. I've agreed to pay them.
Huh?
So he's paying for the packs of gummies to throw them out, basically, is what she's making him do.
I'll just use them
Use it
another time. What are you talking about?
She can only use it on her trip, guys. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't
or
understand.
just go to another country. Plan A. Plan A is the one.
Yeah.
Your partner and their friends suck ass.
Yeah. I don't know why they can't just take the gummies and then use them at their own houses.
I did a quick Google search, y'all. It wouldn't be hard for them to do.
And then update 2, I have offered to pay for a return ticket to the U.S. For her friends so they can come and pick up their stuff. Not paying for the gummies anymore. I think once they refuse this help, my wife will realize how shitty those friends are. If they do take the offer, good for them. I think she might be afraid of losing her friends. I will take this time to reevaluate my life and choices. I've also changed her itinerary from Dubai to a Western country and then India, in case she still goes ahead without telling me. Thank you so much for all your responses.
Changed her itinerary without telling her?
No,
That is still
he does clarify that in the comments. They did talk about it, so it wasn't.
Okay. It's like, imagine thinking you're going to somewhere and then being on a flight for somewhere else. That's
No. I mean,
Dude,
she would
that
get the
is
ticket.
still-
She would know
yeah.
where she's going.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
That's still such a huge risk because if you're going travel internationally, you're gonna have to go through customs to get out of there.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, you get stopped in customs for fucking fruits. Imagine drugs like that. What? Jesus Christ, people are stupid sometimes.
Yeah. So these friends sound real shitty, and
Yes.
your wife sounds shitty for siding with them. So, yeah, I mean, if she goes and gets arrested,
Leave her ass in jail.
that might solve your
fuck.
problem, actually.
Yeah. Stupid.
Redeem not the asshole and Zonked282 said Dubai is famously lenient on drug smuggling. She might even be allowed to come home in 30 years.
Oh,
Got him.
Yeah.
That's
Tell her,
crazy.
do bye. Peace out. Your ass is in jail for 30 years.
Yeah. For having a do be.
You know.
All right.
Sean hates this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he
I'm glad
can't say
I
anything.
can't
So.
talk.
Hi, Sean.
All right. So next one posted by Illustratious Book 613. The title for this one is Am I the Asshole for Not Letting My Husband into the Labor Room and Picking Our Child's Name? Plus an 11th month update.
Boy, your husband was going to name him something stupid, weren't you? Fucking name the kid Megatron or something.
I did try to have my first nephew named Bruce Wayne. It did not go over well with
That's
my sister,
acceptable.
but I thought it would have been badass.
Yeah. So where are you guys leaning for this one?
Not the asshole. I
Not
mean,
the
whoever is pushing out the child gets the final say who's going to be in the room.
All right. So this is a throwaway account because I'm so annoyed and need to vent. This will be a lot, so I'm sorry in advance. I, 28 female, have been together with my husband, 27 male, for nearly 10 years. We got married at 21, had our first son a year after, followed by our daughter 3 years later. I built my whole life around my family. We got good jobs. He works full time. I worked from home. We had a good home in a great neighborhood, and we put our children in good schools. We also had a successful business on the side. I thought we did everything right. My best friend since we were in middle school lived close. We had our daughters around the same time, and we'd had play dates all the time. We leaned on each other a lot. I gave her all the support when she was going through issues with her daughter's deadbeat father and got her in contact with a good lawyer. I leaned on her when I was recovering from my traumatic second birth and the depression that followed. We leaned on each other for everything. 10 months ago, I found out I was pregnant for the third time. I was really uneasy about this because of my traumatic experience the second time. Also, my husband and I both agreed we were done after our 2 children. I considered abortion, but my husband insisted we keep it. I was still uneasy about the pregnancy and borderline miserable for the next 6 months. I was diagnosed with hypermesis gravidium, and was
Big
throwing up.
word.
I don't even think I pronounced it right. So,
Hey, none of us ever do.
and was throwing up 20 times a day for 6 months straight.
Good.
Oh my goodness.
That sounds painful.
I lost a ton of weight, had to stop working, and was sent to the hospital frequently due to severe dehydration. My husband stood by me and showered me with attention, for which I was so grateful. He cut down his hours at work to look after me, the house, and the kids. My best friend would come to the house frequently to check on me also and help with the house as well. When I hit 6 months, the hyperemesis gravideum decreased a lot and I was almost back to myself. One night after having a movie night with my family, my husband and I were getting ready to sleep. He fell asleep right away while I quickly checked on the kids before getting into bed. His phone was vibrating like crazy, so out of genuine curiosity, I unlocked his phone. We used to do this a lot when we were younger, so I didn't think too much of it. I was already sitting in bed. I saw the messages from my friend. They were frantic messages, and one of them said, "Please come over, I need you." And then another said, "I know we shouldn't be messaging here, but I miss you. And come over when she's asleep." I think I was there in a daze for nearly 5 minutes. I cried a lot and fatigue kind of left me. I scoured his phone looking for more. I saw emails and DMs from both of them, even using messages like kick to message, and the pictures. But the worst part was finding out my husband left me one time in the hospital with my mother while he went back home where my kids were being babysat by my friends and got intimate in our bedroom with our kids in the house. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I kicked him out the following morning after confronting him and filed for separation sometime after. For the next 2 months, he had been begging for forgiveness, then complaining and insulting me that I'm not letting him see his kids or that I'm stopping him from going with me to the doctor's appointments, which I had been doing. We had planned months earlier about who was going to be in the labor room. It was going to be my mother and husband. He called me when I was 35 weeks, questioning the labor situation. At this point, he had moved in with my ex-friends. Shortly before this call, I said no, and he got very angry. Lots of my in-laws and family members told me to put our differences aside for our baby, and I still said no.
Fuck no, dude.
Fuck those family members. What the fuck?
Do they know what the differences are?
I presume they do.
Then shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I gave birth to my son with my mother and sister present and didn't feel any regret about my choice. After my second traumatic birth, I just wanted to make sure this one was stable as possible, which it was. We were going to name our child after his father who passed away. I went along with it to make him happy, but changed my mind and picked a name I'd always loved since childhood. This aggravated him even more. So, am I the asshole because I'm guilt-tripped by so many people right now? All I want to do is for everyone to leave me alone and for me to just be with my kids.
Not the asshole at all. You got cheated. Why would you name the child after that piece of shit's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, no way. Absolutely
I mean, the
no
dad
way.
probably had nothing to do with the scenario.
Right. But I don't want to honor his dad.
Yeah. What the fuck am I? I already am going to remember who the dad is every time I see this kid. I don't want double reminder. Like, I'm trying to raise this person to be not a piece of shit like their dad. So, like, I'm not going to take a line out of that lineage.
Yeah. You know, the lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch. Like, he's the one that cheated not only with your good friend, but also he's the one that tore up your family, bro. Like, he knew, like, your husband knew that you were going through so much traumatic shit. Like, you're experiencing all these ailments and all that. And I don't know. When it comes to marriage, I'm all about in sickness and health. And that's a vow that I took. And that's a vow that I, like, you know, I want to honor until, like, my final breath with my wife. And I just don't understand these fuckers who, like, you know, think that's, you know, they can bend the rules a little bit and have a little some on the side and then expect to be there when, like, you know, she's delivering or she's doing another traumatic, you know, childbirth or, you know, experience. I mean, I feel like childbirth is traumatic regardless, but yeah, he has no say in any of this scenario. And the fact that he's getting mad, he's getting angry when all of this was because of his doing. Like, what the fuck are you thinking, dude? Like, what an idiot.
Yeah. And like, I mean, all of that's terrible, but he also, like, did it at your house while you were in the hospital.
With your kids present in the house.
We're in the house. Like,
and it's just added insult into the fact that you didn't even, you know, originally want this kid.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
He kind of
Mhm.
talked you into having this kid. And while you got sick because of the pregnancy of this kid, that's when he decided to cheat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just,
So it's like, why would you ever consider having him in the labor?
yeah,
Like,
no,
like that
fucking
doesn't make
way.
any sense to me. So yeah, tell your family to shut the fuck up. I cut them off as well.
Mhm.
Just start showing his dick pics. And then,
Every time someone messages you, just send a new
hey,
dick pic.
for the child,
Dick.
just here's a dick pic.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you love him so much, here's his dick pic of him.
Dick.
Maybe that's what she named him.
Dick.
Richard.
Richard.
Richard. Reddit obviously deemed not the asshole.
Yeah.
And OP writes, and edit, just wanted to add that I do let him see the kids. That would be crazy if I didn't. My children love their dad. I just have certain boundaries now that we aren't together, and he doesn't respect them. He gets angry and says things that are categorically not true. He got to meet our newborn son hours after I gave birth. So he's still seeing the kids. He just,
I don't know. Makes me nervous about that shit.
I would understand if she didn't want to let him see the kids, at least
Oh,
until, court documents were drawn up. But
Yeah.
I also understand for the development of the children, it's good to have their father around as
Yeah.
well. So,
But not great if the father is fucking people while
yes,
they're in the house.
Yes, I
Instead of
agree.
taking care of these children, he's
I don't know.
fucking your
And-
friend.
And
in
just
your
the way
bed.
like OP describes the husband, he seems like he has a very short fuse, and that always makes me worried.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think probably just for legal reasons, I feel you'd have to. I don't know. I don't know that stuff. I'm not going to pretend I do. So,
Yeah.
and anyone does know, let us know in the comments. I'm open to learn about that. But anyway, I can understand how she feels kind of like she needs to in this situation,
Yeah.
but she might not have
How-
to. I don't know.
How old were the kids? Did they say like how old the kids were? They're pretty young still.
They're
Well, they had their first kid at 21 and she's 28. So 2 kids under 7.
yeah.
Hmm.
Good math.
I
Sean.
I can understand what you guys are saying, that it might be good for the kids to see the dad, but I don't know.
Also good for her. Maybe like, hey, I don't want the kids this afternoon
Little
because
break,
I have a baby.
She's still recovering. True.
Yeah.
True.
All right. So there is an update. Like I said, 11 months later, I wrote 11 years, but it's a months. That would be crazy. So I'm back after nearly a whole year. I completely forgot about this post because I've been so wrapped up in other things. Yes.
You just had a
you
newborn when
baby.
you wrote that?
And a
Yeah.
divorce. Yeah, that's fair. My baby turned 1 today, and after celebrating his birthday and Christmas with my kids, it finally hit me that this is my new reality. First of all, my ex-husband and I finally went through the divorce proceedings. I had been holding off during my pregnancy and early postpartum period to avoid added stress and carefully plan for my children and myself.
Right.
I was awarded primary physical custody of our children. Their dad visits once a week, and the older 2, 7 and 4, so good math, Sean, spend every other weekend with him. My youngest will start doing the same in a couple of months, which makes me nervous. He's especially clingy with me. All my kids are, but my youngest has really only known me as the most present parent. One of the main stipulations of our custody agreement is that my ex's affair partner is prohibited from seeing the kids. My poor kids have been confused enough by their parents' sudden split, and I didn't want them even more confused by seeing their aunt, who is supposed to be mommy's best friend, with their dad. It was deemed emotionally...
Ugh.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I want to punch both of them in the face. Jesus Christ.
It was deemed emotionally detrimental in court. As for the baby name, he's been so bitter about it. I think he's still annoyed about it. His side has been trying to convince me to change the name to something we both like, especially after the divorce was finalized. But it's been a year now, and the baby quite literally answers by the name I gave him, so I'm not going to be changing it. He was also unhappy with the child support payments, among other payments, and asked for
Tough
some
shit.
revisions.
Tough shit. bitch.
Yeah, tough luck, douchebag.
Yeah, I'm unhappy with you sleeping with my best friend, so...
Yeah, stop sticking your dick everywhere and you expect not to fucking pay, you idiot. That's
Yeah.
what you deserve.
You also wanted this child, so...
Yeah, you force your wife to fucking give birth.
Yeah. One main thing he asked me to change was the cost of our children's tuition. He pays for their tuition, which he felt was too much and too harsh, but the court stuck with the original payments.
Good.
As for my ex-husband and ex-best friend, they continued dating. I found out they had actually started seeing each other a month into my 3rd pregnancy. They'd actually slept together during my 2nd pregnancy, but didn't pursue a relationship then because, as they put it, They weren't ready to ruin things and didn't want to hurt anybody.
That's
Really?
crazy that you forced her to have this third baby when you already were liking that other girl. You know what I
Yep.
mean? That is fucking crazy. Not enough child support. Not enough.
Not enough. Yeah. Put them in a better school, a more
Yeah.
expensive one.
Exactly. Triple it. Goddamn it.
My ex's side have been very supportive of their relationship, even inviting her to holiday gatherings like Thanksgiving or family holidays. Because of this, my kids don't go to these events very often. After this whole fiasco, I'm coming to the realization that perhaps my ex's side never really liked me all that much, but that's okay. I eventually spoke with my ex-best friend to ask why they did it. She claimed that they were just friends, but grew close while she was dealing with issues involving her deadbeat ex-boyfriend. Both of them insisted that my ex-husband just wanted to protect her, which supposedly turned into love.
Okay, so you wanted help from a deadbeat boyfriend and inherited another deadbeat.
Deadbeat.
A deadbeat
Cool.
father.
Can't wait
Cool,
for you to
cool,
lose
cool,
this
cool.
one exactly how you got it.
Yeah.
Bitch, maybe you have a type of deadbeats, all right? Jeebus.
Hearing this hurt me a lot, but at the same time, I felt relieved to know the truth. When I sat with this information for a while, it stopped hurting. It made me realize that I didn't still love my ex-husband and could finally let them go, as well as their betrayal. They broke up a week ago.
Yep. Mhm.
Apparently, it's just a break, but who knows? Although my kids go to their dad's house every other weekend, it has helped a lot with making time for myself. Obviously, I'm figuring out who I am without being a wife or a mom all the time. In many ways, I find what happened to be a true blessing, which is why I'm no longer angry. As for me, I've been seeing someone.
Okay.
It hasn't been very long, nor is it that serious yet, but we get along great. Initially, my ex-husband made the whole situation difficult. He didn't want me to have any man, specifically around the kids. So, okay.
Ironic.
Yeah. And
You slept with her best friend with the kids in the house, brother. I don't think you have any say in anything.
Yeah, if you didn't do that, you would be the only man around your kids.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
look in the mirror. And that's the update. So bit of a happy note.
Yeah. I am
I'm into
glad that OP, we've heard a lot of stories where cheating partners happen, and a lot of times they kind of stay in a situation for the betterment of their kids, and which sucks, because it's like one of those things where it seems at least from my perspective, cheating like that in that capacity is irreparable. It's a fucked up situation, right? Especially what the husband convinced her to go through. I'm glad she's a strong ass willed woman. That's all I can say. And I hope nothing but the worst for the best friend and the husband, or the ex-husband. I hope their pillows are always hot. I hope they step on Legos for the rest of their lives. And I hope they always miss batteries on their remote TV. So,
Damn.
yeah. I hate them.
I low-key hope they get together, and one, so they don't ruin anybody else's lives. Two, that way the kids will never go to holidays at the in-laws,
True.
Mhm.
former in-laws.
They suck, by the way. Really bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
The whole family.
for sure.
Yeah.
But
Sorry, Sean.
No. I'm just glad that they have a built-in reason why they can never go there.
Yes.
And I don't want that to go away if he gets another girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But yeah, this guy fucking sucks. That girl sucks. I'm glad that, a little bit of a blessing in disguise. One, you get time to focus on yourself and find out who you are in this time. And two, you're going to have a partner who's not a piece of shit. So all around good ending to this
Two
story.
good pluses. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pluses.
To cap this off, relevant comment. The commenter asked, did he break up with the ex-best friend after he learned that you are seeing someone? To which OOP said, I started seeing this guy in October, and he found out about it in late November. So there's a chance.
I wish it was his best friend. That would have been so funny.
Could be. Hope he doesn't say. But I mean, I don't know if I'd want to date anyone in his
Associated
circle
with
of
that guy?
friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a real piece of shit.
So yeah, I wish the best for OP and her kids, and
Nothing but the worst for them.
yeah, nothing but the worst for the husband and the ex-friend. All right, let's move into the next story. Cross-posted by the GOAT. Hop into it.
Nah.
And the title is am I the asshole for telling my husband that I don't want to be a single mom of 3 kids?
No, it sounds like your husband is not very involved in anything.
A very reasonable fear to have, I would say.
Yeah. Well, let's hop into it.
Professional.
Roll credits. We said the title. So my husband, 42 male, and
This is about to be a Sean rule.
and I, 31 female, have been married for 12 years.
Oh no!
Yep. Yep.
I can't get that loud.
Sorry,
Shall
Sean.
I say it?
Say it
Yeah,
for
you
me.
have to say it.
Illegal.
Thank you.
Nice. I need a
Pretty
button of
good.
that.
I like it.
Yeah.
My
so
voice cracked.
it did.
We'll be hitting you with that copyright infringement.
Yeah.
And I liked it.
You have to pay him 50
We're gonna
cents.
sue ourselves.
I got the royalties on that one.
So yes, for anyone that is 30 and 19. So
I mean, again, where are the parents?
And
you know
that's-
what I mean? Just
that's married. So you never know. But before that. Anyway, we have
again, if you can't take them to prom,
I mean, 19, right? They should have been done.
that's
with
true.
prom.
But that's when they got married.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Holy
When they
shit.
start dating.
So we have 2 kids, 8 male and 4 female. Our marriage is not great. That is
The understatement of the sentence.
I love though, because most Reddit stories are like lying to themselves. They're like, our marriage is great. It's been amazing. This one's like,
Besides the fact that he sent a bunch of dick pictures to all my friends, I mean, we've been pretty good.
this
I
one,
see no red flags.
yeah, I at least appreciate this OP being like, yeah, listen, it's not great. I don't know what to tell you. His mother and sister often give us unsolicited advice on my parenting, our marriage, and life in general. It has been better in the past few months since I sat him down, and I've sat him down multiple times. We talked this time and he listened, so they backed off. Not completely, but it is better. In the last few weeks, my husband started mentioning having a 3rd child, which filled me with dread. I love children, always wanted a big family, but it would be too much. I cook, clean, take care of the kids, and work part-time from home. He doesn't really help with the house, which I'm fine with, nor with the kids, which is a problem. I changed all the diapers, woke up every night. I take care of fevers, doctor's appointments, school play dates, everything. Merely the thought of going through another pregnancy, then taking care of a baby, makes me want to cry. I know I would have to do it practically alone because my husband provides and women have been doing it for centuries. I should pull my weight and not be spoiled. That's a quote. So
Oh, that was the sister?
unclear of who that's from. I assume the husband.
Okay.
But
Hey, Grandpa needs to chill, bro. Like,
Yeah,
Jesus
for real.
Christ.
This old ass man needs to shut the fuck up.
yeah. He says, back in my day. Jesus.
back in the 50s.
It all culminated last night. After another of his, quote, I take great care of you and the kids, we should have a third, monologues, I snapped. I told him that he really doesn't. The kids barely know him. When he comes home from work, he doesn't pay attention to them except to snap at our daughter when she's too loud. He doesn't know anything about our days because he doesn't ask, and I stopped telling him because he wasn't listening anyway. He's not a great father nor husband as he likes to preach, and I have no desire to be a single mom of a 3rd child. 2 are quite enough, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He stared at me dumbfounded, then called me the C word, delusional and ungrateful, then stormed out to his mother's house. So am So am I the asshole?
Hell no, man. Shut your AARP ass up, bro. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? I mean, as a matter of fact, you know what, OP, if you're listening to this, if you ever hear it, divorce this guy. I feel like you will have such a better time being bad by yourself because it seems like you're doing everything already.
Yeah.
I mean, I know financial wise, it might be a little tricky because it seems like there might be some financial abuse going on over here. If but
Well, I mean, if she can't work, she can't.
She can't,
Well,
yeah.
and she is working part-time, but
part-time,
yeah,
right.
to support
But-
2 kids it'd be tough.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're doing so much already for your family, and it's like he doesn't appreciate the invisible labor that you do. The mental load aspect of it is obviously not equitable. So it's like, what the fuck is this guy really doing outside of providing a paycheck? Granted, that might be difficult in today's time because everything is expensive, but that's not enough. And being a father doesn't just involve paying the bills. It's involved like, paying attention to them, like playing with them, cultivating that relationship with your kids. And if all he does is being a disciplinarian, he's not really a father at this point. He's just a glorified fucking babysitter.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, why do you want another kid?
Exactly. Do shit.
Doesn't seem like you love the two that you got, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point? What is the point?
I feel it's probably a control thing, right? Because he feels like, I can tell her what to do, basically, and that's why he probably went for such a young woman at the time.
For sure.
So that's what I think it is, or I don't know. It could be some misogynistic viewpoint of like, I need to have so many kids. I don't know. I truly don't understand why he wants them if he doesn't pay fucking attention to them anyway.
Seriously.
Yeah. I don't, it doesn't make sense to me. And I'm glad that you finally said something. I agree with John. I think this relationship should not be a thing. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's ever been great. I don't think he's ever really been the one.
Yeah.
I think you may be starting to realize that. So hopefully, you get the situation figured out, or you could just wait a couple of years when he, and then
just watching the
3
clock.
weeks in a row.
I tried, y'all. I tried it. Not working for me.
Sean's saying natural death though this time.
Yeah, natural. He's old as
'cause
fuck.
he's almost there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not poor.
Put rice in on rice. Just saying.
Oh well.
No, don't do that. Guys, I was talking natural death, y'all. We gotta edit that one out.
A video game.
We gotta get the killer says they were inspired by the podcast Reddit on Wikipedia.
Shit. Oh, they never catch us then.
Yeah. That doesn't exist.
Yeah, we don't know who those guys are.
Yeah.
Reddit agreed, not the asshole. This time, 232 said, not the asshole. I don't always think an age gap between couples is a problem, but in this situation, it clearly is. You were 19 when you married a 30-year-old, and it's obvious why a 30-year-old here wanted a 19-year-old, because he wanted someone who he could boss around and be in charge of. And now you're finally starting to push back. He's having a temper tantrum and running off to his mommy. At least you've learned enough to know not to have another child with this man. To which OP responds and says, hi, thank you for commenting. Unfortunately, I agree with you. We started dating and got married when I was 18. We only dated for 9 months, and I didn't see it that way back then, but now I do. I just turned 31, and I can't even imagine being attracted to an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
There it is. Yep.
Yeah.
And I feel a lot of the people that get into these relationships hit the age that their partner was when they met, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I feel it opens their eyes up a little bit.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that's a child.
Yeah. Like, oh, no, I couldn't date someone that much younger. You know what I mean? So
The Sean rule, man's undefeated.
Undefeated.
It's undefeated 60% of the time.
Works every time.
yeah, he's got an 82-0 season going right now.
96 Bulls. He was probably fucking alive and kicking when that shit happened. She wasn't.
No.
He vividly remembers it, actually.
He was
Michael
at the game.
Jordan is obviously the GOAT. I watch him and Dr. J. Motherfucking old ass.
Oh, fuck. All right, final one here of the day. Unless you're a patron or YouTube member, we got 2 more behind the paywall. Go check that out.
Ooh.
This one's posted by Arcnado1, and the title is, my wife wants me to print a 150-page recipe book on a work printer. I don't want to. Am I the asshole?
No, I think you can kind of get in trouble for that, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like it's not a great look. You're not supposed to use it for personal.
Yes.
I mean, people do, but
People
They do.
definitely do.
I feel 150.
I think you can get away with 1 or 2 pages. I think 150 pages is a big ass.
It's kind of wild.
I think that's
Yeah,
a
it's
big ass. Especially if you're trying to be like, yeah, let me get color on that bitch too. That's a lot going. If you walk to your desk with 150 pages from the printer, everyone's going to,
what the fuck?
there's no way.
What are you doing?
I've never seen that guy print anything.
I don't know how the printers work at my office. But
Yeah, I feel nowadays it's less common.
Yeah.
I just send the file.
Yeah. It's email. or Google Doc.
Ugh, I hated being one of the people that fucking knew how to use everything. It's like, oh yeah, my shit comes out stapled, collated, and everything. And bitch, like, how do you do that? I gotta fucking do like a damn training for everyone. I'm like, you damn boomers, how are you getting paid 5 times that I am right now?
That's crazy. All right. So for context, my wife put a lot of effort into compile a set of recipes for our dinner cookbook. I contributed by helping her combine 50 plus recipes into a single PDF document. She wants me to use a work printer to print the book. I don't feel comfortable doing this because, one, I am part of an IT committee that is looking into misuse of companies' resources.
I'm dead. That's one, and then that's it. That's all you need to say, I think. That's crazy.
And two, I don't like being a hypocrite. Her point is that I should do it for her. Some more facts. Number one, I work at a university. Number two, she worked in corporate America previously. Number three, her morals are more flexible than mine. She's fine bending the rules often. I'm okay with paying slightly more to do the right thing. Number four, we have more money. We have more than enough money to print the cookbooks using FedEx.
Yeah, I was gonna say just go to a fucking FedEx,
Any
Kinko's or
printer
whatever.
shop would do it, I think. I offered to take the mental load of doing this myself. Number five, I'm fine with printing 5 to 10 pages occasionally, and she agrees that 1,000 pages is too much to ask for, but she can't understand why I care so much about 150. Number six, this is meaningless, married forever couple argument in an otherwise loving marriage. So am I the asshole?
No. And I mean,
no.
those points are pretty valid, bro. You're in a freaking committee about company waste, and you're about to waste company dollars and this is not you being a bootlicker by any type, right? Like, you could literally get in trouble for misappropriating like funds. Or what you can do, or you can tell your wife to do, is put that bitch up on Etsy as a digital file. If you go to like etsy.com/sensitive_manera,
I knew it would come out.
Buy a really random cookbook over there.
Yeah.
It's a kind of an example of what you can do with a recipe book. Etsy bestseller, by the way. Check it out, people.
Hell yeah.
I will say this. It just came to me.
And
You
it laughed.
could do it and then use that as evidence to see if anyone catches you. You tell your thing. You tell your little subcommittee, maybe the head of the subcommittee, be like, hey, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to misuse company property, right?
See if it gets flagged.
We want to see if the standards set in place currently would catch such an act.
Wow.
I don't know if you could get away with 250 pages. I think he'd be like, I think 10 pages would do the trick.
It's only 150.
So maybe not.
It's only 150.
Oh, 150.
Yeah.
Boy, this just sounds like the report phishing training.
That's exactly
But
what
like
this
actual
is.
Exactly.
Fuck. Sick Sean is on another level.
You know how many times I clicked the fucking, free donuts.
Shit.
I got again.
Sean
Damn, they're giving away $100 at Amazon. That's crazy.
Dude, I had a reverse story of that. Like, I feel like everything is like phishing. And one time I missed a project because I reported it as phishing, and it, like, I never saw it. Like, I was like, oh shit, I was supposed to do that report, huh? Give me like 3 hours.
That shit look fake to me. Y'all need to work on
I
that.
was like, I ain't trying to do that. I was like, there's so much shit misspelled. Spam, fish.
I had a buddy who worked in a smaller company, and one day he showed up to work and was like panting and sweating, and he goes into his boss's office and is just like, here's the iTunes gift card you needed. And he's like, I ran to go buy some.
Oh,
like, what
brother.
the fuck are you talking about? So he was smart enough not to do it online, but not smart enough to realize it was a scam. But anyway.
Oh shit.
Reddit team, not the asshole for this one. Lovely X Zoe said, not the asshole. You've got a valid ethical stance, especially since you're literally on a committee to address the exact type of thing. Your wife might see it as a harmless favor, but you've drawn a reasonable boundary. And it's not like you refused to help her. You offered a totally fair alternative by taking the load off her and using a legit service. Honestly, the fact that she's comparing 150 pages to 1,000 pages shows she does have a line. You just draw it earlier than she would, and that's okay. Marriage is all about compromising values like this without making each other feel guilty.
I don't know. Sean's idea is kind of nice, not gonna lie. It's kind of genius if you think about it.
It is very genius. Sean's playing chess. The rest of us are
He
playing
is.
hopscotch or some shit. I don't know.
He is.
I need to be
for
sick
sure.
more often.
You don't want that.
Oh, free donut. All right. That is it for this episode, Wikimaniacs. What did you think? Let us know down in the comments on YouTube, Discord, subreddit, Spotify, wherever you can comment, let us know. And if you want to hear 2 more stories and get an extra long episode, head on over to patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network or become a YouTube member on our YouTube channel. You get unlocked bonus episodes as well as extra stories every Monday and Friday. I think that's it. I don't know if you have
That's
any
it.
merch, but
We haven't talked about it yet.
I mean, we had a second merch idea for last month.
Still
I don't know
not
if we
done.
want to. Yeah, I don't know if we want to do a small one on that, or if we just want to wait till February and just.
we'll
roll
wait
with the
till
chill guy.
February.
I think we're gonna wait till
Release it all
February.
again because that was a nice month.
No. If
It's
we
all
release it
gone.
all every month, no one's gonna want to buy. You
That's
motherfuckers got to wait 10 months for that. shit.
Holy shit.
We only have one nice payday a year with merch.
But it's real nice.
And it's real nice.
All right. But yeah, so if you want to, support the show, support what we do, Patreon and YouTube membership is the way to go. But with that, we will close out today's episode. Thank you, Sean and John, for coming on today. And thank you, Wikimaniacs, for another amazing episode. We'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Later.
It's